Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Wish Infinite. In this video, we are going to talk about if-else conditional statement in Java. So what are conditional statements? Conditional statements in Java allow the program to make decisions based on certain conditions. These statements execute a specific block of code if the condition evaluates to true. And there are different type of conditional statements like the one we are talking about, which are if else conditional statements. Apart from that, we have switch statement, and we also have ternary operator, which are shorthand for if else statement. In this video, mainly we are going to focus on if else conditional statement. About the switch statement and ternary operator, we would be covering later. Now let's talk about simple if statement. Let me open IntelliJ IDE, and here under the src folder I have created one Java file with the name if else conditional statement.java, and inside it this is basic code where I have created one class with the same name as the file name, and inside the class I have added main method, and inside it we would be writing our code. So for the simple if condition, here is the syntax. So first we need to write if all small case, and you need to remember the case every time you are using Java because Java is case sensitive. Now after that we need to put these round parentheses, and inside these round parentheses we would be putting our condition, and after these parentheses we need to put these curly braces. So opening and closing of curly braces. And here let's see one example. So this is the syntax of simple if statement. Here the condition would be coming. Now let's use this simple if statement. So let me create one variable here, int age equals to 25. And now I would be using this variable with the if condition, and if age is greater than equals to 18, then I would print a statement that you are eligible to vote. So let's put the condition here. So here we are going to use this age variable, and as we previously talked about operators, so we saw we have one operator which is greater than equals to, and here we are going to put 18. So this is our condition, that if age is greater than or equals to 18, then we want to print a statement that you are eligible to vote. So let me print that statement here. And now if I will execute the script, so this particular statement will get printed because our age value is 25 here, which is greater than or equals to 18. Let me execute the script. So right click, run, and see you are eligible to vote got printed. And if I change the age to 12, in this case this print statement should not work because here the age is less than 18 and flow will not go inside this if condition, and this statement will not get printed. Let me execute the script, and we would not be able to see anything here into the console. Let me again change it to 25 only. Now apart from simple if statement, we have if else statement. Let's see how to use this. Let's take the same example. So here, if you have noticed, once the age was less than 18, then we were not performing any action. Our flow was simply coming out of this if statement. But now we would use if else. Let's see how to use that. And the syntax for if else statement is like this. So you need to put small if, then within the parenthesis we are going to put condition, and after the round parenthesis we need to put opening and closing curly braces. So this is simple if condition. So here after these curly braces we need to put else, and after that again pair of opening and closing of curly braces. So here first the flow will come to if, and if the condition is true, it will execute the code within the if statement, and if the condition is false, then flow will come inside this block, and whatever the code which we will put here, will get executed. So now let's see it with the help of the example. So for now, let me comment out this simple if statement just to avoid any confusion. Now here I will put the condition that if age is greater than equals to 18, then we want to print that you are eligible to vote. So putting same statement here, and if the age is less than 18, then it will come to the else condition where we want to print that you are not eligible to vote. So this is if else condition. If the condition is true, this line of code will get executed, and if the condition is false, this particular code will get executed. Now let's execute the script. So this time you are eligible to vote will get printed, and if I reduce the age below 18, let's give age as 14. So in this case, you are not eligible to vote will get printed. See, this statement we are able to see. So this is just a simple example. For you, there can be any condition which can come with the if statement. Now the next type is if else if statement. You can also call it if else if ladder. Let's see the syntax of if else if statement. Let me comment out this previous code. So the syntax for if else if statement would be like this. So we need to put if parenthesis. Here the condition would be coming. After these parentheses, we need to put opening and closing of curly braces. Now this is simple if statement, and we want to use if else if statement. So if this condition is true, the flow will come inside this if, and it will execute the code from inside this block. And after these curly braces, we need to put else space if, all small letters, and after this else space if, again we need to put round brackets, and here the second condition would be coming. So condition 2, let me put condition 1 here, and after this if else condition parenthesis, we need to put opening and closing of curly braces. And similarly, there can be multiple else if conditions. Like here, we can put else if one more time. So else space if parenthesis, here the condition 3 would be coming, and after the parenthesis, again opening and closing of curly braces. And at the end, else can also be used. So if any one of these conditions are not true, then the flow will come to the else block. So else and then opening and closing of curly braces. For this else only, we will not be putting any condition. Only with the if or else if we need to put the condition. So now let's see one example. So here I will take simple example where we will take marks for any student, and on the basis of marks we would be showing that what is the grade of the student. So here let me create one variable int marks equals to, and let's give the value as 91 out of 100. So let's put first condition here. So if marks, which is this one, is greater than or equals to 90, then in that case I want to print grade A. And now let's say if marks are not greater than equals to 90, but it is 80. So in that case, let me put one more condition. So else if marks are greater than or equals to 75, then print grade B. And let's put one more condition for this else if. So here we will put marks greater than or equals to 50, and here we will put the statement as grade C. And if none of these conditions are true, in that case the flow will come to this else section where we will put statement as fail. So let's understand the flow. So here let's say if the marks are 95, so in that case the flow will come here first, and it will check if marks are greater than or equals to 90. So in this case, this particular condition is true. Marks are greater than equals to 90, and this grade A will get printed. Let me execute the script. See, grade A got printed. Now, let's say marks are 85. So in that case, what will happen? So first, this condition will get checked that marks are greater than equals to 90 or not. So here, this condition is false. So the flow will not go inside this if condition, and it will come to the next else if condition. From top to bottom, this would be happening. And here it will again check this particular condition that marks are greater than or equals to 75, which is true, right? Marks are 85, and flow will come to this particular line and grade B will get printed. Let's execute the script. See, grade B is getting printed. And similarly, let's say if marks are 55, so what will happen? First, this condition will get checked, which is false. Marks are not greater than equals to 90. Then the flow will come to the else if, and again it will check that marks are greater than equals to 75 or not. And here again this particular condition will be false, and then flow will come to this else if statement rather than going inside it. And here again it will check that marks are greater than or equals to 50 or not. And this particular condition will be true now because marks are 55. And if we execute the script, so the flow will come inside this else if statement and this grade C will get printed like this. And at last, let's change it to 30. So now again what will happen? First, this condition will get checked, which is false. Then flow will come to next else if, where this condition will also be false. Then the flow will come to the next else if, which will also be false. So like this, if there are 10 else if statement, so one by one it would be checking. And at the end, if none of the conditions are true, then flow will come to the else and this statement will get executed, where it will print fail. Let me execute the script. So see, fail got printed here. And previously, as I told while teaching operators, that logical operators can also be used with the conditional statement. So here with these basic examples, we have used comparison operators, but we can also use the logical operators. Now let me create one more variable which is of type boolean. Then the name is extracurricular equals to true. I'm just giving you one example that you can also use logical operators with the conditions. So here we can also put logical operator which are double ampersand, and here we can check that mark should be greater than equals to 90 and the extracurricular should be true also. Then only this grade A will get printed. And similarly, we can use this logical AND operator with the else if condition also. So if both of these conditions are true, then only this else if will be true and code would be coming inside that. So it is just an example. Similarly, in the cases where let's say any one of these conditions required to be true, then you can use logical OR operator, and if it is required, you can also use logical NOT operator. So just an example I am giving. As an assignment, you can try implementing this if else if condition with the other logical and comparison operators like this. And let me talk about interview questions related to this particular topic. So here mainly you should be aware about the syntax, about the simple if statement, if else statement and if else if statement. And related to these if else statements, there can be some advanced questions which can come into the interview. About those questions we would be learning later. So remember these syntax, these are basic syntax, and you would be using the syntax multiple times. Either you are a developer or a automation tester. And that's it for this particular video. Let me give you the quick recap. So here we saw that conditional statements in Java allow the program to make decisions based on certain conditions. Here we talked about if statement, if else statement and if else if statement. So for simple if statement, you need to use this syntax where inside the if you need to pass certain condition which will return true or false, and if the specific condition is true, then the statements inside if condition will get executed. Similarly, we talked about if else statement where we need to pass condition with the if statement, and if this condition is true, then statements inside if block will get executed. Otherwise, if this condition is false, then statements inside else condition will get executed. And third one is if else if statement, where you can use multiple else if statements to provide different conditions as per your requirement. And with these statements, you can use these comparison operators or logical operators as per your requirement. And that's it from my end. You can click onto this first card to go to the next video. You can click onto the second card to access whole Java tutorials playlist, and stay tuned for my upcoming videos. If you have any comments, questions or doubts, you can let me know into the comment section below. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day.